welcome my soul tribe. This is for day 16 for Love Month. We're looking into love and healing. Okay, so keep in mind these are collective in general. Receive what aligns, release anything that does not align with you. Okay, and remember that, you create your timeline with your free will choice. You can shift and change timelines with your free will choice, as can others. Okay, so again, never give your power away to any sort of outcome. So, starting out here, I am seeing mostly feminine energy. We have heart chakra opening to receive unconditional love. Okay, so that's a big part of your journey here. Underneath that, we have feeling fragile or needing to rebuild. So some of you are like hyper independent because you've been so disappointed in your experience and you don't want to be hurt again, right? Emotionally. And so you kind of close yourself off and you've been doing a lot all by yourself. But you're being called to gently start to soften and open up to those unconditional loving energies, to the blessings that want to flow into your experience. We close up our heart chakra. We close off, to a lot of our blessings. And of course, honor your energy and honor your journey. But some of you feel like a bit of a mess, and you feel like some of you, like, this is actually like a self-esteem thing as well. You feel like where you're at in your life, almost like you don't deserve to receive that love, that unconditional love. You feel like, some of you, it's, you're just feeling so, maybe so vulnerable at this time, or just overwhelmed. And so, of course, receive that this message is for you to receive that love and support, okay, from those, of course, that, you trust. But some of you, it's like you're at that point where you're wanting to call in a connection, you're wanting to call in a partner, and you're not understanding why that's not coming in here. And part of it is because you need to be able to open up your heart space to receive, to receive genuine compliments, to receive, kind of what the universe wants to bring forward to you, okay? And also to be in your feminine energy, right? But of course, we know to be in our feminine energy, we have to feel safe. If we're around a masculine energy, we don't feel safe. We're going to be in our masculine energy as women. So that is a big indicator to let you know if you're with somebody that truly aligns with you, you can relax into your feminine energy or not, right? So there's a lot there to kind of unpack. Then next we have the masculine energy, and we have secret admirer, secretly watching and admiring from afar, okay? And wanting to, bring forth something here for you, okay? And then we have gamble of the heart, should you go for it. So there's definitely, if you're watching this as masculine energy, there's you wanting to express your love, you wanting to bring a gift in, okay? But maybe not knowing fully the circumstances, right? Or whether or not this person is available, but there is this kind of sense of to have the courage to go after what it is that, to express your feelings, or people will not know, right? I've had this conversation with a few people, and I've experienced it myself that, like, go back to like high school, and think about those times where, you just kind of were going about your high school experience, and there was perhaps somebody that had a crush on you, but they never came forward. They never expressed it. And then years down the road, they express it, and you're like, well, great. Thanks for that, So yeah, some of you, this could be like a secret admirer from, way back. It just kind of, it depends, but someone is definitely wanting to, take a risk. They're wanting to roll the dice. They're wanting to make a move toward you here. And some of you, it just kind of depends with the feminine energy where you're at in your experience. Some of you, you do, you are still very defensive and you're not interested. And like I said, if you are, then just surround yourself with those things, those people, those experiences that uplift you and that are very healing and genuine for you, and fulfilling for you in your experience, right? But yeah, there's definitely this masculine energy that wants to come towards you and wants to express how they feel, maybe bringing flowers, bringing some sort of gift, okay? And it might be somebody that, since it's a secret admirer, you might not know that yet, and that might be something that's revealed. And when they come forward, you'll kind of have to decide if that's something that you do desire, right? Then we have patience, no movement at this time with hangman energy. So It's about getting a different perspective. There's definitely a sense of timing playing out here. And then we have engagement. Yes, will you marry me? Okay, so some of you, everybody's on different timelines here. And then we have stars, fated, or destined. Again, the dice. Someone might like to play like role-playing games, or they like to play games, or maybe even gamble. Okay, but I can feel the excitement from this masculine energy where there's more excitement building than anxiety about taking action toward the feminine and expressing how they feel. Some of these could be multiple energies, especially like if you are in the spotlight. Some of you, it's like maybe you've recently gone through a breakup, right? And some people are kind of like waiting to kind of like see, because it says, secretly watching, admiring from afar, secretly, they're kind of like hiding a little bit here, but they're possibly waiting for some sort of indication that you're ready to receive, their feelings, or to be receptive basically to what they have to say or what they want to express here. Okay. Some of you could be doing, moving through a lot of grieving, or just moving through a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on right now, and make sure that you're honoring your emotions, that you're holding space for your emotions, that you are expressing them in healthy ways, that you're regulating your nervous system, that you have, again, like I said, that loving support of those around you, or a therapist, or anything that's healthy for you, right, at this time. And while you might feel, like you're kind of in pieces, or where you might feel like your life's a mess, this person's looking at you like that's exactly what they desire. They want to take you as, as you are. Like, they're not expecting perfection from you. That could be something that you're putting on yourself here. Yeah, that song, your mess is mine. Like, that's the sort of energy that's coming through here. And it's really interesting that when you do love somebody, it's like their insecurities to you it's adorable, right? To you it might be like so stressful, but to them it's adorable. Like, it's an adorable quirk about you, right? Some of you with this like broken glass, or broken mirror energy, like you are shattering conditioning. You're working on doing that releasing of conditioning, and you're really embracing, and doing that shadow work at this time, right? And you're compassionately loving all parts of yourself here too, and kind of integrating that in, which is ultimately leading to more of your unconditional love, your self-love, and your personal power. So there's a lot happening with the feminine energy here that's coming through for those of you that are aligning with that, and definitely more power to you. But the fact that she has that rose there, she's looking at that rose, I think you do long for that connection. You do long for companionship, someone that really is who you desire, right? And for many of you, I think the universe wants to bring that in for you. Of course, use your discernment, take your time getting to know new energies, or if this is someone returning, obviously, use your discernment. Make sure they show up in their integrity, that they're consistent, right? That they, what they say and what they do aligns. I feel like you almost give me, the feminine energy almost gives me like the Queen of Swords energy here. So obviously you've had your experiences, you can integrate in that wisdom, you can see those red flags, right? So trust in your wisdom, trust in your intuition here. But a lot of this has to do with timing, and it has to do with kind of life circumstances, and maybe some cycles closing out, definitely some soul evolution here. Releasing, like I said, of conditioning. For the masculine energy, it's that will center, it's that overcoming those fears, right? Maybe the fears of abandonment, or the fears of rejection, right? And then, yeah, for some of you, things coming together in a really beautiful way. With that engagement energy, maybe deciding that you want to have a commitment with somebody, by the end of the year. That could be the case here. But with the stars energy, it's like we have these opportunities. We have these opportunities that come into our experience. We get to say whether this is what we desire, this is, what we don't. And what we choose, right, is what we're aligning with. And what we don't change is also what we're choosing. So be very clear about that. And I would encourage you to look at what's your highest timeline. What does that look like, right? Or if you don't have someone in your experience right now, obviously you have admirers, right? So be putting out into the universe what it is that you desire. Like, what would that highest timeline look like, from the time that you wake up in the morning to, you go, how you go about your day and who's around you and who you're partnered with and everything like that, right? And I think the more healing that we do, the more freedom we actually have, because we are more open to the possibilities. We're open to deeper fulfillment. We know more about who we are. We have more unconditional love. It creates this expansiveness within our energy, and we get to choose more, and we have access to more as well. So I do feel like, you've been doing a lot of that healing work, and that is important here, but also choosing what aligns with your highest timeline, or start to look at what your highest timeline looks like, right? What it feels like, and start to kind of embody that and start to make those choices, and those changes that are important for you to make at this time to align with your highest timeline. But yes, patience is definitely going to be important here. And I feel like there's somebody that has a lot of patience with you as well, who could have this, this desire to have a commitment with you. Anything else for my soul tribe? Okay, we have dream catcher, shared dreams, astral travel, lucid dreaming. Okay, so you could be connecting with someone where you share the same dream again. Maybe it's like your highest timeline, right? Maybe it's your dreams for the world, right? Your vision for the world. But you're noticing that, you perhaps dream about each other, right? Or you have similar dreams, or you just kind of understand each other on this higher level. Some of you might dream about this person before they come into your experience. And then the honeymoon energy. Yep. And then we have lunar cycles connecting with cycles of the moon. We are right now in the phase of full moon in Leo, which is all about, I feel like that could be definitely empowering these masculine energies to take action, to take aligned action toward what they desire, or toward expressing their feelings and having the courage to do so. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some cycles here, for sure. And it is about timing, and the lunar cycles lets me know that, there's a lot that kind of needs to align here. And so having patience is going to be important. Knowing who you are, what you desire is going to be important. But I feel like many of you are going to be calling in that connection, or pursuing someone where you kind of can build this dream together, okay? And where you have this honeymoon energy. It says romance, bliss, love, sensual, passion, paradise, right? Where you are creating your highest timeline on earth, or creating like your heaven on earth sort of experience here. And again, this year is, to me, what has been coming through strongly is about soul groups and connecting with those that are vibrational matches, right? And it could be that you're calling this in if you're completely single, or for some of you, you are dealing with somebody and they're going to be coming forward and expressing like their true intention here. Again, intention is great, but aligned action is what matters, right? Consistent aligned action. To build towards something, a higher timeline with this honeymoon energy. So a few different timelines here. Yeah. And trusting in like the rhythms and the celebrations, and being aware of any, sabotaging energy that you have to work through. But also, celebrating. There's a sense of bringing more celebration into your experience. In fact, when we get past, this first part of the cards, they're all quite dark and shadowy, but then it becomes quite light and bright. But there are cycles in here. There's still healing. There's a lot that unfolds here. Now, obviously, never be with anyone toxic or abusive. Okay, that's not the sort of energy here. I think some of you are just at the point where you could be perfectionists and you're like, oh, my life isn't perfect, I can't have a partner yet. And you have all these admirers. Or you're like, oh my gosh, you're stuck on these like insecurities, and these admirers think it's absolutely adorable. Like, you're coming into more self-love and preparing to invite in gently and slowly. Okay. This isn't moving fast because we have patience. We have connecting with cycles of the moon. A partner that's going to want to be with you on this highest, on this higher timeline where you're celebrating more, okay, together, where you are creating your highest timeline together. Where even you're compassionately calling each other out when you need to, right? Where you're holding each other accountable for where there could be some, self-sabotage and things like that. Anything else? Yeah. Soul marriage. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be as extreme as that, right? It can just literally be like you aligning with soulmate energies, you aligning with people that help you make the shift in your experience, that make life better in a way. Not because you're coming from a place of lack, but that when you bring two high frequency beings together, it shifts it changes the experience. That high frequency energy is much lighter. It's easier to navigate. It's easier to, ascend. You feel more of those you have more high vibrational experiences. Life moves forward in a smoother way. So there's like this kind of like union energy, this coupling energy, this coming together with vibrational match energies. And it's a contrast to some of the things going on in this world. It's a contrast to some of the shadowy darkness that is going on in this world. Your bright lights. Okay? So interesting. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. For most of you, yeah, look at that healing. Some of you, energy healing is going to be really important. Okay. Releasing, we have crying as well. And then we have success, victory. So yes, there are cycles to move through, within your own healing journey. But I feel like you're attracting and starting to attract in partners or energies. Someone's honking as they went driving by, that see a future, want to build, a beautiful experience with you, or that you have like the same vision or dream that you want to build together, that you'll be celebrating, that you'll be having these victories, that there will be healing here. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all we have. So for some of you, this could be a timeline that, extends through December, right? Some of you could be meeting some new energies, or you're ready to call in a partner here. But it's just taking it slow, getting to know each other, having patience, doing the healing work, really paying attention and learning and growing together, and honoring your integrity, honoring your dreams, and supporting each other in that too. So, but also with that star energy, yes, there's making sure you're staying in alignment, but also that free will choice. So I think I've shared this before. If you feel like you have like soul contracts with certain people and it's not healthy, it's something holding you back, there are many meditations and ways to dissolve those soul contracts and, embrace more of your personal power and free will choice. That's something that you can do. But this seems, with the star energy, quite aligned. Okay, the timing of it being aligned, your energies aligning, the vision that you both have aligning. Some of you, this doesn't even have to be romance. This could even just be a friend. It just depends on what you choose, right? What you choose, what you desire, and what's aligned, what's aligned with you. So receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Take the best care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon.